Yeah, the whole crater things is something that intrigues me and cracks me up quite a bit because NASA apologists will make every excuse in the book for yeah, that looks like a real crater. I'm not a scientist, I'm not educated, I'm just a garbage man. But I look at some of these images and they try to tell me, yeah, that's a crater that should have been done by an engine with X amount of thrust, thousands of pounds of thrust. I don't use any mathematics. I just look at it and it doesn't add up. And even those images that you showed me, yeah, they clearly look like they've been tampered with. Um, and it just looks so fake, so cheesy and fake.
So this is the Chinese Mars lander. And you can see there's a big hole under the ship, the blast crater. Because when the ship is coming in for landing, there's the main engine is on, the same as in the Apollo missions. So the main if the Apollo missions really it would be so much bigger because the Apollo mission was so much bigger than this tiny little Chinese craft. So it would have left a huge crater, and especially just feet above the surface. And in some it you can go in point by point, how many mission by mission, how many feet above the surface they were when the engine shut down. The engine was shut to zero, and it was just each mission was different. Some of them were just a few feet above the surface, and some of them, I think one of them, they even shut it down after touchdown, and then another mission they had shut it down early, so it supposedly landed harder. But anyway, if it was just a few feet above the surface, it would have left a huge crater, much bigger than this, because
Yeah.
it's just blasting straight into the rock, and this is just not a tiny fraction of that. And even NASA document itself. This is the NASA Mars mission, and you can see the this had multiple engines, and each engine left its own blast crater, right? And this is just a tiny little craft. It had
No.
multiple engines. So even with multiple engines, the thrust is not concentrated into one point. So on the Apollo missions, there was just one engine. So all the thrust was concentrated on one point. Like the Chinese one, it would have dug way down into the surface. And even on the Mars missions, they had multiple engines. It left this huge blast crater under each engine, and we see nothing like that on the Apollo missions.
Yeah. Missy with the great comment. My dog digs bigger holes.